welcome everybody to the REeBroker group, August 22, 2022 virtual realtor training opportunity. I'm Kathy San Marcos, the Director of Operations, and we're going to ask that you place any questions or comments in the chat, and we'll address those at the end of the webinar. We try to keep this to about 30 minutes, so we'll do it as close to that as possible. First off, we want to start with Paige, who's in our careers department. Go ahead, Paige.
Hi, thank you, Kathy. Thanks everybody for joining us today. I just wanted to mention our bonus for recruiting program again, as a reminder that you could be earning residual income by inviting your colleagues to join REeBroker group. REeBroker group will be paying you $100 every time one of your invited agents closes a qualified transaction. And that is a really big deal, guys. So if you would like more instructions on this, you're able to view our webinar from last month where I discussed this in more detail. I also showed you exactly where to find your referral link. But if you still need help finding that link, feel free to call our office, and any of our team members should be able to assist you with finding that on your page. Thank you so much.
Excellent, Paige. Thank you. All right, next up, we wanted to have Sarah from our marketing department speak.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Vance. I am the marketing director for REeBroker Group. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know of some exciting things that we are in the process of creating. We will be creating a new private Facebook group. It should be active in the next coming weeks, so keep an eye out on your agent messages and in your email for the invitation link. The purpose of this group is to create a community where you guys can support and feel comfortable asking real estate related questions and begin, industry-wide conversations. We are throughout all of California, so we know that some things that happen in Southern California may not be happening in Northern California, and we want you guys to be able to connect with agents in your area. So we want to find and facilitate a cooperative space for you guys to ask your questions, talk about the market, talk about contracts, negotiation strategies, what's working, what's not, and anything related. Thanks. Also, we want to let you guys know that we are active on social media, so come follow us. We are advertising your listings, your recently sold properties, different employment opportunities, new agents are spotlighted, top monthly producers are spotlighted, our loan division, our referral programs, anything like that. So if you go to your agent homepage or your agent homepage, in the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see all the icons. So come follow us. If you have a property that you are listing and you want us to advertise for you, you can send that information to info@rebrokerca.com, and we will get that up for you guys. Thanks.
Yeah, also we had a request yesterday from someone that is duly licensed and they are looking for referrals. So if you have referrals too, that's a good opportunity to do that on the social media. So next off, Sarah and I want to talk about top buyer and seller lead generation strategies with the market. Well, we're always looking for leads as active realtors. And so here are some really good suggestions. The first one is to target renters who've moved in 8 to 9 months ago. Renters who lease, whose leases are a few months from ending, could be potential buyers who can buy at a lower monthly cost than their current rent. You want to go back into the MLS to identify homes that have rented 8 to 9 months ago and find potential buyers. You could target property owners who rented their property 8 to 9 months ago. Many investment property owners want to sell, reposition, or buy another rental property. It could generate business with investors by engaging with others who are managing their property rentals. Ask them if they have considered selling since the market is so high, and if they aren't, ask whether they are considering buying another rental property shortly. Next.
Going off of marketing and things like that, another really great opportunity for lead generation is community videos. If you don't already have a YouTube page, you should probably create a YouTube channel. You can create short 1 to 2 minute videos with your smartphone or a more professional setup. If you want to really show yourself as a local expert, show the homes that you are listing, show the neighborhood, community events, things like that. You should, all of these things will create organic search traffic to your website and really help you grow in your local area.
Very good. As Sarah mentioned, we actually have some information on the website. If you don't have listings, you can actually get permission from other people to help market their listings. If you're interested in that, like I said, reach out to the office. We'll give you more information on that. A couple more suggestions is to post reels on Instagram or TikTok, which feeds into all social media, and then use this to share information about your farming area or about a particular property, or to answer frequently asked questions about real estate. You can write LinkedIn articles. If you post good content with effective hashtags that mention the areas you're serving, you'll develop new leads for your business. You can add value to your local Facebook groups. These groups centered around the local city or neighborhood, and many of the questions people ask will come from people interested in moving to the area. Answer questions about the area and provide value, so that when they ask a real estate question, you can send a private message to them and add even more weight. They typically do business with the first agent they talk to. Next.
I just saw, Richard, I just saw your post in the group. Nextdoor is also a really great tool to use to connect with your neighbors. I am on Nextdoor and I always see advertisings and different things that are going on in the neighborhood from local real estate agents. So in my area alone. So that's awesome. Another thing to really look at, especially with Facebook, is the buy sell trade groups. Most local areas have these groups where you can share available properties, rentals, listings, things like that. If you don't have any current listings, you can share, ask other agents like we were just talking about to promote their properties on social media. You really want to watch these people who are commenting and engaging with the posts. You can private message them, answer questions to potential buyers. Some of these buy sell trade groups too, they won't necessarily be real estate related. However, if you live in the area and you know a babysitter, a local, grocery store, things like that, you can engage and really create yourself as, not only a real estate expert, but someone who lives in the area and knows the area really well. So.
Right. You could host a first-time homebuyer seminar, partner with the lender, which we do have the REeBroker group lending division. We have over 20 different lenders, and we have 25 mortgage loan originators to assist. Credit repair company. We do have a credit company that can help pull credit to see where the clients are at this time. Our lending division can help with that. And to host a seminar to reach renters to teach them how to own a home. Okay, and then you can host open houses. It's another one of the most foundational ways to grow your business. Interesting thing, just driving on the weekends now, you see we actually have to host open houses now because the market was so hot before, but now we actually have to do some extra work. So you can get in front of potential buyers and sellers, as well as curious neighbors who want to know what their homes might be worth. Next.
This is another really, really great strategy. Reach out to your friends, family, acquaintances, people on your Facebook pages, things like that, who you see are having these life-altering events, reaching milestones such as marriage, pregnancy, empty nesters, divorce leads, deaths in families, for probate leads, things like that. All of these events in people's lives may or may not create a real estate opportunity, whether they're looking to upgrade to a bigger home out of a renting situation, or they need more room, or, downsizing. They had a big house, they need a smaller house. In terms of divorce leads, we did a whole webinar series on divorce leads in particular, and how to create yourself into this niche market and position yourself to be an expert. So if you want more information on that, you should go to our professional development section of our website and check out our divorce section. We have marketing material from brochures, flyers, postcards, all of that.
Very good. So that list of has different areas that you may not have you may not be experienced in probate or I don't know, like probate or different types of transactions. Just remember, we have mentoring that can assist you in those areas that you don't have experience in. So next, okay. Ask for referrals. Please share on social media how much you appreciate referrals and publicly thank the people who provide them for you. Ask and you shall receive. It applies to referrals.
Obviously, another really great lead strategy is to pay for different marketing on different multiple platforms, Google ads, Facebook ads. Facebook ads feeds into like Instagram ads, things like that. When you are doing paid marketing, it is very important to target your farming area, whether it be geographically based on county or zip codes, or by audience who you're looking for. If your niche is a particular like profession, such as military or doctors or things like that, you can target these particular areas on all of these platforms. So the better your target area is, the better your leads that are going to come in will be. So yeah.
Very good. Okay. Buy leads from Zillow, realtor.com, bold leads, and always check to make sure, you know, that they're currently not overselling those leads. Check their current reviews to see, you know, are people happy with what they're getting? Sign up for the referral programs through, here's a couple mentioned here, realtor.com, bank-owned REOs. We do have on our website a list of the master agreements that we have with different companies that you can always reach out to them to see if they have leads. We are members, or we are registered with HUD.com. So if you want to purchase homes through there, you do have to register first. We have a really good page on the agent tools regarding how to do all of that. Next.
All right, here is another really great strategy as well. Call the owners in tract built neighborhoods that are 3 to 5 years old. So national builders pull their sales teams from areas as soon as the final house sells. So many of the homeowners are left with homes that have a ton of equity right now. So find these neighborhoods, walk the neighborhoods, talk to the homeowners, really establish yourself as the expert in this local market. Because after the sales team pulls out, typically those sales teams have like listing agents like dedicated for that neighborhood. But once they pull out, there is no dedicated listing agent. So you can become that dedicated listing agent if you wanted to, if you position yourself correctly. And it can be a really big benefit to your business.
Very good. Thank you. Next. Okay. Execute a circle of prospecting. NAR, which is National Association, found that 3 of the homeowners in the closest 20 houses will consider rehoming within 3 weeks when a home sells. So you reach out to the 20 homeowners in the days following the sale to let them know that the sale details and explain how the deal will impact their home value. And then they may not sell right away, but you have the opportunity to generate immediate and future leads. Next.
This one is very important. If you don't already have a digital farm or a CRM system or something like that, that can really get you in touch with your sphere of influence or the list of homeowners in your neighborhoods, you should really get on that. In this digital age, a digital farm is very, very, very important. You want to send them, you know, monthly email updates, newsletters about, or videos that include what's going on in the market in terms of recent sales, pending sales, market information, and as well as local events, community events that are going around in town. You want these to include calls to actions, contact you for a market analysis, contact you for a free, you know, homeowner's guide, things like that. You really want to position yourself to your farming area, you know, with no obligation updates and home specifics of their values, things like that. It can be as much as hosting community events as well. Kathy, you had a really great story about a local agent in Temecula. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so this particular agent, he's done this for many years, I want to say 20 years, and he has just established himself as a local expert in that area. He farms about an 8-mile area, and it's a unique community up there that has several different entrances. And so what he does is he targets that community a couple of times a year and says, who in the neighborhood wants to participate in a community yard sale? He gathers all of their information, addresses, and then he'll promote it online. You know, he has a website page for it. He does really good marketing with it, gets the word out. So then Saturday morning, he has his team set up canopies and different entrances to that community. They serve coffee, donuts, and they hand out a map of all of the people, homes participating in the yard sale. Then what he does is he meets those people, the people that are coming to purchase stuff. And then he also goes around to each of the homeowners and introduces himself. So it's a good opportunity to get everybody out, and it's a fun event. And when they're not having the yard sale, you can drive through that area and you can see, I've seen as many as 10 open house, for different properties, because there's several hundred homes in that community. So he's really got that market covered. So that's a good success story there. All right, next. So you want to send unsolicited video CMAs to past buyers, people in your farm area, and anyone in your circle of influence. So you just record your screen and share the comparables and the home's value range with the homeowners asking for it. People are often surprised by their home value, and when you do something people don't expect, you create a raving fans for your business. Next. Okay. So CAR just came out with this new foreclosure prevention library. You just want to get familiar with all of these, so we wanted to highlight them. So it's just 10 documents that, unfortunately, some with the market, some people are going to be in a foreclosure short sale situation. You definitely want to get familiar with all of these documents. And then next we wanted to introduce Richard and Kevin, who are with PSAR. PSAR is Pacific Southwest Association of Realtors. The broker, his primary membership is with PSAR. And so all of our reporting, so when a new agent comes on, or you decide that you want to go LIFRO, meaning you only want to do referrals, all of that has to be coordinated through PSAR. They've been great to work with. As some of you may know, that REeBroker is a member of over 55 associations with MLSs. And so Richard's going to go over how CAR and NAR applies to everybody. And so take it away, Richard.
Thank you. What a great presentation so far. I'm so excited about this market right now. The newspaper, everything you read is down on the market and people are down. And I look at it, I go, God, this is the time to buy and sell real estate. If I were to buy a property, or if I were to sell, I wouldn't have done it during the past 3 years when you couldn't have contingencies, you couldn't do an inspection on a home. Now's the time you can take your time, you can look at it, you might be able to negotiate a little bit. So I'm very excited for your company and for all the agents on here about this market. Look at it from that positive light. We really appreciate working with REeBroker. I got to meet with the broker a couple of months ago, and it's just amazing how ahead of the curve the company was when it came to technology before the pandemic. I mean, this company is really, it's innovative, and the technology and the way you approach real estate is really amazing. I'll talk a little bit about local associations. So my colleagues who run local associations around the state are all wonderful people. Each one of us has a slightly different kind of spin on our value proposition for the members. Our mission as PSR is to empower real estate professionals. And my personal mission as a CEO is to empower other people. So really, I'm a good fit for the company. And when I met with the broker and they decided to come over and work with us, I think the focus, and I think where we work well together, is we focus on customer service and the member, and connecting members to the different resources, the hundreds of resources that are available in the state, local, MLS, lockbox system. We're responsible for connecting. So listening to the presentation and hearing about lead gen with renters, for example, just knowing, thinking through all the different products we provide within our MLS, and your MLS may have have a similar system. We have a link inside every listing that says, welcome to down payment resource. So the app is called Down Payment Resource, and it shows on a listing by listing basis what down payment assistance is available for that area. You can look and you can use it to actually farm, and then match your rental search, to the assistance that's available, and you might really be able to turbocharge your lead gen. So many of you are members of these other local associations. I want to share with you a little bit about the MLS. A lot of people get down, oh, the MLS has a lot of rules and it's a pain in the neck. The MLS, the forms, all the different things that we do as an association, we do as a collective. We collaborate as agents and brokers to really create the best system for you all. Now, everyone doesn't always agree, just like politics, right? I mean, you might have 49% disagree, 51% agree, and you end up going in that direction. So you still can have people upset, but we've got the best real estate market in the world in our MLS system. The MLS was created by realtors for realtors, and the fact that we have all the listings in one place in our MLS is really, really good for the consumer. If you look at the commercial market, any of you do commercial real estate, you know that it's fragmented and it's really difficult to see, where all the properties are, what the prices are. So the consumer really benefits from our MLS system. At CRMLS, we've been a leader in connecting the different MLS systems for data share. So regardless of what system are, if you're in a data share, you get to see the listings in other areas throughout the state. And through CRMLS, we have a resources link where you can go in, and anyone who has any MLS that has a data share, you can actually log in through the resources link and see the other MLSs that you might partner with. And those data shares continue to grow. I think Bay East either connected recently and they're going to be part of the data share. So the more we do that, the more agents can see the other listings that you can see on tech platforms, you'll be able to see within the MLS. So connect with your local association, your MLS, to see, what kind of things are there. And especially before you go out and you buy a system, look and see what type of system or apps are available through your MLS or association, because you may be able to save quite a bit of money. The forms at CAR are created by agents just like you and brokers. I've sat in debates about how each line item on the RPA is developed, and just know that those forms are created, for your benefit. The association provides arbitration. All of them, we provide arbitration and mediation services. It keeps you out of court. It's a huge benefit, that if you're in a commission dispute, you can dispute it through the association. And when we went to mandatory mediation, we stopped having arbitrations completely. We can get the two brokers in the room together, we can mediate the commission, and then everyone comes out without spending, $100,000 in legal fees. Advocacy is something else that we really can only do together. Recently, this past week, we had a call to action on two bills, SB 1106 and SB 679. One is in San Diego and one is in Los Angeles. Both of these bills would make it easier to put parcel taxes on properties, which would reduce the availability of home ownership for our members. And if we didn't have an organization like this to fight unfair legislation like this, these things would just pass and it would be really hard to fight. But we were able to get SB 1106 held up. Right now, it's going to come up back again next year. And SB 679, there's a call to action for all the associations in the state to hit all of the assembly members and senators, but to limit this law in Los Angeles. So we need to work on it together, even though it's a local area that it impacts, we need to work on it together. A few of the benefits, we're going to put links on afterwards in the YouTube video there, but there'll be links in here about the webinars that are available in the CRMLS system. We'll have links to the free 45-hour education. So CR gives that away as a member benefit. When it's time to renew, you can get free 45-hour renewal. There's another link with regularly updated infographics. So if you check once a month, you can go in there and you pull down infographics to use for your marketing. And it's got all kinds of cool kind of marketing tips and different information for buyers and sellers. You can throw your brand on it and use it how you please. And then there's another link we'll put in there with local market updates. CAR's done a great job with some local data. And what they do is they create drill down reports for different communities, and you can use that in your marketing as well. I spoke to a group last week, and I was surprised that people didn't know about it, but I'll bring up the legal hotline again. You have free legal advice, and you can call that CR legal hotline. We'll have the link in the chat, but you can call them with advice on both transactional issues and code of ethics issues. So if you have a question, you're not sure, hey, how does that work? You can call the legal hotline. And with that, I have about, let's see, 4 more minutes, and I think I'm done. Thank you, team. I really appreciate having the time to address you and all the agents on this call.
Very good. Kevin, did you want to add anything, or did we cover everything?
Yeah, no, I think he covered it. I'm the CT CEO. I'm just the chaperone to the CEO. So
Oh, he did a good job. Very good. All right. As just following what Richard said, if you do call the car hotline, if you ever have any issues, make sure you reach out to us first so that we can also guide you as your broker record. And then one of the things is, we've been talking about referrals. There is through the company, as most of you know, if you do refer within house, say for instance, you use the resource section on your MLS, your client's interested in a property. If you reach out to one of, say it's with another brokerage, and if you'd like to refer your client to someone within our company to represent them on that property, you wouldn't pay anything out of your referral. So if you, say it was 30% that you were to get for your referral, then you'd get that full amount. The other agent that you referred to within the company would pay the broker fee. And then 2, that gives your buyer an option not to have a dual agency with the listing agent. It's just kind of gives your client another alternative to having different representations. So,
Hey, Kathy.
Go ahead.
I have a, I've been watching agents for 15 years, and I want to share a secret. I want to share what my model is if I ever got in real estate watching it. I know one guy who did this years ago and he killed it. And what he did was he created a neighborhood watch in his neighborhood. So he didn't go out selling real estate. He went out teaching his neighbors how to protect themselves, through the neighborhood watch program. And then once in a while, he would throw a block party, bring the neighborhood together. And he was the person who they would go to. I mean, they would just call him when they needed information about the neighborhood. They needed to know what's going on. And it's a great way to knock on doors and get to meet people in a positive way. You could wear your pin, wear your realtor pin. You don't have to sell. But just go out and connect with your community. And you mentioned Nextdoor, like I love Nextdoor also to kind of help with that organizing. So that's what I would do if I was in real estate.
In this day and time, that's an excellent idea. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's really good. All right. Do we have anything in the chat that we wanted to go over? Or Nextdoor's okay. Yeah. So you mentioned, okay. Was there another question? Yeah.
I don't think so. And then Sarah did answer a question that we are still in California only at the moment. Maybe that'll change in the future, but not right now.
We do have agents that are multi-licensed. And so, Arizona, California, if you can check with us first to see if, we have a referral. The only thing with that is the REeBroker, if you're not, it would be within that other brokerage. We wouldn't have anything to do with anything outside the state if it was. So, all right. We're always looking for ideas, topics to discuss. So anytime you guys have anything you'd like us to discuss, just send an email to info@REeBrokerCA.com. And we look forward to seeing you guys all next month.
We might have one more question, so let's just quickly
Okay.
see.
All right.
Oh. Okay. Are there, so Richard, this question is for you and for Kevin. For Northern California agents, can they join PSAR?
Yeah, so any agent can join any association around the state. The advantage of being in a local one is if you go to the building or you go to their local things. But if you want to join CRMLS, you can join through any of the CRMLS associations, and we'd love to have agents from anywhere.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.